Hi there, welcome back to Dave's Desk for another Bible Basics. Today we're looking at the book of Micah, and Micah is another one of these prophets that we don't really know a huge amount about, but it's clear from what he's writing that he speaks from the perspective of someone who lives in rural Judea, and he's writing between 700 and 650 BC. So this is at a time when the Assyrian kingdom, who we talked about in our last videos, people of Nineveh, their power is on the rise. And Micah speaks to the corrupt leadership within both the northern kingdom and within the southern kingdom of Judah, people who are politically corrupt, who use their power to cause suffering to the sort of the perhaps easily forgotten rural classes, the subsistence farmers of Judea. So he speaks very much with the voice and the view of those who are not the powerful or the elite, but the sort of the normal, common, everyday people of Judea. And during the time of his ministry, the Assyrians rise up, they defeat the northern kingdom, they defeat the southern kingdom, although they don't capture Jerusalem. And so Micah's words flow into that context of defeat and sort of growing sense of discomfort within the nation. And he writes in three cycles of judgment, doom, and then hope. And the judgment is very focused on idolatry, injustice, rebellion, and empty ritual. Rebellion being because the southern kingdom agreed to sort of contracts with other nations, and here's some gold so you won't beat us up, and then rebelled against them, and that got worse, not accepting that they were subject to those other nations as part of God's judgment. It was a whole thing. But I think for me the focus of the book on the injustice from the powerful to the weak, and that leads even more powerful to dominate, is a really important one, because it's easy for perhaps to get focused on the injustices we see in the news or the big headline injustices and miss those small impacts, the impacts on the most vulnerable, that nationally are small, but to the vulnerable person is everything. And it's a reminder that we need to be active in supporting the vulnerable and knowing that God doesn't miss any injustice. It's not just like national kings and leaders that God notices when they're just or unjust. It's in the small things. God is aware as much of those things as he is of the sort of the more spoken about injustices. So encouragement for us just to be seeking God, saying, where is there injustice within my community, within my sort of sphere of influence? Where is there injustice that isn't being checked, and what am I supposed to be doing to bring about a more just world? Thank you. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.